Here once again, back in the fantasy bar, talking some baseball. Six of my favorite plays for you for this Tuesday night slate. I'm going to give you a stack I really like tonight. I've got a starting pitcher with tons of strikeout upside in an amazing matchup. Some value bats, some guys we're going to go back to the well on, and a beast of the night I think will be totally off the radar tonight in a good matchup. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. Time to belly up to the fantasy bar. Welcome in, guys. Tuesday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six Pack, back with six of my favorite plays fresh off the tap for you on this Tuesday night MLB slate. Thank you, as always, for stopping by the Fantasy Bar and checking out today's video. Before we get to those plays, do me a favor, take a second and hit that tip jar here in the Fantasy Bar, and that is that thumbs up button. Thank you very much for that. Subscribe, hit that notification bell if you have not already. All right, a couple little weather spots to keep an eye on tonight. Coors Field back on the docket. Dodgers obviously in a great spot once again. We want to give you some ideas outside of Coors Field. All right, let's get started here. Unfortunately, FanDuel leaving this game off of their slate, so these will be DraftKings only here. But let's start with Bryce Terang. So red hot bat here of late for Terang. 4 multi-hit games for him in the last 10, and the power has been there as well. 5 home runs in that 10-game span, and he's really turned it up against righties here. Over the past month, we're talking a WOBA over 400, and look at that ISO, way up at 361 over the last month here. Now, Jameson Taillon, 207 ISO, allowed 2 lefties this season. Plenty of hard contact as well, above 52%. And these numbers could be even worse for Jameson Taillon. His batting average on balls in play against left-handed hitters sits at just 200. So been very, very lucky here. Love this spot for Milwaukee tonight, specifically Bryce Terang. All right, we're not done there. Let's add another piece with Isaac Collins. So again, apologies to my FanDuel players here, but I love this stack tonight, so wanted to include it here. Collins really swinging a good bat here as well. 6 multi-hit games from over the last 12 and 12 RBI over that span. So been very, very productive here. 380 the WOBA for him this year against right-handed pitching, and over the last month, another guy that's really cranked it up. 454 weighted OBA over the past 30 days, along with a 245 ISO over that span. Now, Taillon coming back from injury here, but the starts before he got hurt were not great. 3 starts, 21 hits allowed, 15 earned runs, and 6 home runs. We talked about the BABIP, giving him a little bit of a luck on his side. I think the wheels could fall off here sooner rather than later for Taillon, and this is a value stack here on this red-hot Milwaukee team, with Terang and Collins being 2 of my favorites. All right, let's go back to a guy from last night we had with Noelvi Marte of Cincinnati. Don't get the home run we were looking for, but did give us another multi-hit game here, and I really like this spot for him once again tonight against the Angels. Leads this Reds team in both WOBA and ISO, as we talked about yesterday, against right-handed pitching, and the numbers are impressive. The WOBA's almost 400, the ISO pushing 300 this season against right-handed pitching, and Hendricks has really struggled with right-handed hitters this season. 373 WOBA allowed and a 240 ISO. I think we get that power we're looking for tonight. Noelvi Marte, one of my favorite options here for Tuesday night. All right, let's stay there with Cincinnati, but let's rock the starting pitcher in Hunter Green. So huge strikeout ceiling here for Hunter Green. The prop sitting at 7.5 tonight, highest on the board. And you're not really paying those ace prices. There's some great pitchers on this slate, no doubt, but we're not paying the 10, 10, 5 on DraftKings where he likely should be. And I know it's been up and down with Hunter Green, but the strikeouts have been very bankable. 9 of his 12 starts this season, he's giving you 6 or more strikeouts. 5 of those starts have gone for 8 or more strikeouts. Also has a 12 strikeout game on the books this season. So you see the level of upside we're talking about, and it doesn't get much better than a matchup with the Angels as far as strikeouts go. Along with the Colorado Rockies, they sit as the worst team in strikeouts against right-handed pitching this season. As a team, I think it's a spot Green could give us 8, 9, potentially 10 plus strikeouts tonight against the Los Angeles Angels. All right, back to the bats with some value at first base with Ryan Mountcastle of Baltimore. So the O's were good to us last night. There's quite a few bats. I think you can stack this team once again, but Mountcastle really stands out as a solid value here. It's been a frustrating season for this team, and Mountcastle, very slow start to the year, but 6 multi-hit games for him over the last 12, and we narrow that down to the last 5 games. We're talking 9 hits over that 5-game span here. And over the past month, been very productive against right-handed pitching. 360 WOBA, but it's the 318 ISO that really stands out. The power production here from Ryan Mountcastle, and we negate some of the strikeout concerns here with Walker Buehler. Just a 17% strikeout rate against righties, along with a 342 WOBA allowed, 243 ISO, and another guy that's been very lucky. Those numbers should be way worse than what they're showing. When your batting average on balls in play is sitting at 201 against right-handed hitters, you've had a lot of luck on your side. Another guy, I think progression catches up with, and Walker Buehler. Take advantage tonight for Ryan Mountcastle and the Baltimore Orioles. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Tuesday night. Let's run it back, though, on our Beast of the Night contest, giving away a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. All you got to do, click that thumbs up button, hit the comment section, and guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter, the 5 bats I'm going to give you. Your guess is the closest. Very simple. You walk away with a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. All right, let's wrap it up with my favorite play for Tuesday night. You know, man, it's the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast, I'm going to give you a high-end player I think will be off the radar tonight, and that's outfielder Corbin Carroll of Arizona, tonight's Beast of the Night. I don't think we get a ton of ownership here. We have the Dodgers we talked about in Coors Field. We have some higher-end pitching people are going to want to get into their lineups tonight, so this is a premium bat that likely falls between the cracks tonight. Been very good against righties, 387 WOBA, big 330 ISO this season against righties. And look at the hard contact rate at 68% against right-handed pitching. Now, Tanner Bybee, 14 straight starts. He has allowed multiple earned runs, given up a lot of hard contact and a lot of fly balls to lefties, 48 and 32%. We always talk about that power recipe we're looking for. 22 total home runs, 12 home runs this season by left-handed hitters. I think Corbin Carroll adds to that total here tonight. Easily my favorite play on the board in tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Tuesday video. Any comments, questions, feedback, you know where to find me. Hit me up in the YouTube comment section or on Twitter at Beermakersfan. Don't forget, get your guess in. My highest scoring hitter of the 5 bats I gave you, DraftKings points. If your guess is the closest, you walk away with a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salute, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck on tonight's slate, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on RotoGrinders.com/videos.